The latest fashion trend is ruffling the feathers of many fly fishers. 11 News reporter Anna Hayes shows us why some can't buy the bait they so badly need.
This right here is the essence of flies, and so without it, boy, you're hard pressed.
Scott Masters has been fly fishing for 31 years. He also makes and sells fly ties for other fishers. These ties are called hackle, and Masters has never had a problem finding the feathers he uses to make them. But this year, the hackle feathers became unusually expensive and nearly impossible to find. Masters knew something smelled fishy.
How many of them, or even the hairdressers, are aware of what it's done to us guys that have been using this for decades and even a few centuries?
It turns out that women of all ages are using the feathers he needs to make a living as hair accessories.
Almost all sold out.
Hairdressers attach the long, narrow chicken feathers to a strand of hair with a clamp. But the female feather lovers don't realize when they hook hackle to their hair, fly fishermen can't buy or sell the hackle. And that makes life hard for those who make a living that way.
Well, like his hobby fishing, we have our same hobby with keeping our hair cute, so.
Women are paying up to $17 each to get the feathers in their hair. Man bait instead of fish bait.
So I've actually gotten a lot of compliments on them. Sometimes you can't really see it, and then I go like, "Ooh, you have a feather in your hair," and they like it. So.
But the trendsetters don't seem too concerned about the price of fishing bait, and hairdressers are making lots of money at the angler's expense.
I haven't directly heard of the fishermen, but I'm sure they're upset about it because we're buying all their feathers.
Fly fishermen rely on these brightly colored feathers to catch a fish. But as more and more girls are headed to the salon, less fishermen are headed to the rivers. Eric Sharp loves to lure in the trout on this blue ribbon section of the Provo River. Sharp says the fish love the hackle feathers, but not in a woman's hair.
Nice cast. It's an important material. It's something you got to have to tie a lot of the flies that you use a lot. So.
Even major retail stores like Cabela's now suffer in the feather frenzy. Beauticians have been coming in and buying all the hackle, leaving fishers high and dry.
Ladies, but there would be some fly tiers that would come in and ask for a specific hackle, and we didn't have it available, and disappointment.
But we're not picking on the ladies because they got them in their hair. We just wish we could get them too.
What makes it even harder on the struggling bait makers is that only a few places in the country grow these particular feathers.
I'm sure they've really ramped up their efforts in order to produce these or to raise them, and you know, they're making a killing on it.
So for now, the fishers and the fashionistas will have to share. And these guys may be safe for another day. On the Provo River, Anna Hayes, 11 News.
The bait makers tell Anna they're hoping this feather fad is a short-lived trend so that they can start selling their hackle to fishers again.